Salut les amis, nous voilà au Danemark aujourd'hui pour aller visiter la compagnie de Keld Brandstrup. Ça s'appelle, regardez, c'est marqué là, Bugfast Danemark. Et oui, c'est un sélectionneur de Bugfast. Alors, il faut savoir quand même que la saison de Keld est très très courte. Il y a énormément de rennes à faire, il y a aussi du miel en production. Il y a quelques salariés dont je vais vous présenter l'activité là. Morgan, Henri et puis Keld évidemment. Et puis une discussion avec Keld au café qu'on a vu ce matin. Et puis voilà, ça fera pas un épisode très très long. Je ne vais pas rentrer dans l'hyper détail de l'élevage. Parce que comme le dit Keld, on ne peut pas résumer 35-40 ans d'élevage, de sélection, d'apprentissage, d'erreurs, de tout ce que vous voulez en 20 minutes, 1 heure, même 2 heures. Quand il fait des conférences, ça dure plusieurs heures, vous savez. Donc voilà. On ne peut pas résumer ça en quelques minutes. Ce qu'on va faire, on va vous montrer le maximum et puis réfléchir sur la globalité de ce que c'est que la sélection Bugfast. Et voilà. Allez, c'est parti. Ouais, il y a les clés dessus. Parfait. Et chien. Le meilleur ami de Keld, c'est un chien. Bon, on arrive directement dans un hangar entrepôt avec les ruches type norvégienne. Alors les gens, je vais faire beaucoup de voix off dans cet épisode. C'est un petit peu pour cacher mon magnifique accent anglais. Et puis surtout aussi parce que c'est plus facile pour moi pour les traductions. Là, on va attaquer tout de suite avec Mogens, que j'ai appelé Morgan d'ailleurs pendant tout le séjour, qui est un des salariés qui s'occupe du greffage et de produire les rennes. Hello Morgan.
Hello.
Donc tu travailles ici avec Keld.
Yeah, I have been working about 10 to 12 years now,
Ok.
and I produce all the queens
Ok.
in the system we have out here, and you are going to see.
Donc tu es celui qui s'occupe du greffage ici. Est-ce que tu vas greffer ce matin?
Yes,
Ok,
yes.
parfait.
Là, sur la gauche, tout de suite, je vois qu'il y a une couveuse.
Il y a même 2 couveuses en bois.
And there can be 480 cells. When I graft,
Yes.
we have the starters. We have 3 starters out in the system. And I can put about 66 cells in each starters.
Ok.
When we have graft, they are staying 24 hours in the starters.
Ok.
And then they go into the finisher. We have, and they are staying there for 5 days.
5 days, ok.
Yeah, and then they go into the incubator
Ok.
and onto the hatch. From I'm sitting here and grafting, there is going 11 and a half day.
Tu greffes très petit alors. Hein.
Yes.
Eh bien, on va voir ça.
Is out and collect a flame I'm going to graft on.
Okay.
he is writing the number of the height, so we know what queens they is we are grafting from.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the cell cups here. You can see. Then I write if the number is 200. I write A. The cells A are from 200.
Okay.
So we can follow the queen in the whole system.
Ok, perfect. Montre-moi-en une, s'il te plaît. Ah, mais c'est le système des cupules Nico. En fait, il n'y a que le porte-cupule qui est en bois. Hein. J'avais pas vu, en fait.
It's going to take about an hour to craft.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Do your job.
Today I'm going to craft 115.
Ah ouais, je comprends qu'il faille 1 heure. Tu peux greffer de quand à quand? Je veux dire, tu commences en avril, en mai?
We start about mid-May, about the 20 May.
Ah ouais, ok.
Yeah, mid-May.
Il fait trop froid avant?
Yes.
Ok.
This year we could have started a week before, but normally it's about the 20 May.
Okay. And ending when?
We are closing the system down the mid-July.
Ah ouais? Pas en août et en septembre. C'est trop tard en fait pour les mâles ou pour la météo? Donc c'est extrêmement rapide. Vous avez 2 mois et demi pour greffer toutes les reines de l'année. Wow! Donc qu'est-ce que tu fais là? Tu mets un petit peu de gelée royale?
Yeah.
Dans chaque?
Yes.
Ok.
It's too thick. Just put a little bit of water in it.
Yes, ok. Le néon me fait... Je suis désolé. Je vais me mettre haut comme ça. Ok, c'est parti. Royal jelly in all.
It's just so I have a little more time. And then we have the flame.
Ah, already?
Going to craft on.
Ah, et où se trouve la souche de ce cadre? Elle est tout près, j'imagine, juste aux alentours?
Most of us, our bee arts is standing about in a circle about 10 kilometers.
Oh, ok. Qu'est-ce que tu fais avec le cutter?
It's easier.
Erasing, yeah, I understand. Waouh. Ah, j'aurais trop peur de faire ça sur mes cadres.
I'm shaking.
Because of me?
I don't know.
Oh.
Frenchman.
No, do as usual. No problem. I'm not here. Yes, yes. But it's really small. Really, really, really small.
Maybe I have to grab a beer.
Wow. It's an egg.
Oh.
Wow. Il greffe petit de ouf. Combien de temps tu peux stocker tes cadres de greffage comme ça, en ayant mis la gelée royale et avant que ça sèche, hein, donc?
When I have grabbed 2 frames.
Ah ok, 2 cadres et tu vas les mettre.
Get out and start.
Ok, understand. Full of bees.
Yes. If the flame is doing this, there's a lot of bees. Enough bees in the starter.
Alors là, j'ai mal fait mon boulot, entre guillemets, parce que je n'ai pas demandé pourquoi le starter, qui est un starter orphelin, hein, était en bâtisse chaude, c'est-à-dire avec les cadres parallèles à l'entrée et à la sortie des abeilles. Par contre, on va avoir tout de suite l'explication des besoins du starter, et puis la rotation des cadres dans le starter et dans les finisseurs qu'on va voir après.
You see the behavior. They are queenless. We have here these two and these two.
Yes.
They are the supporting families to the starters.
Okay.
They produce brood.
Okay.
There is a queen here and a division board and a queen here.
Okay, 2 queens.
Yes. And every 10 days I put 2 frames down here and 2 here. And the flames that has been staying down here for 10 days, I put them up here.
Okay.
And 10 days after,
Yeah, understand. 20
yes,
days. Okay.
you have brood cells 20 days old.
And you put it inside, okay,
Yes.
to have young
Yes,
bees. Okay,
and
okay.
they are starting to hatch the day after.
Okay,
Yes,
understand.
and the old flames from there is going down here.
Okay, okay. It's,
So the system is
rotation. Okay, understand.
running.
Mais tu mets pas de cellules dans tes colonies pourvoyeuses de couvains et d'abeilles, là. Ce sont pas des finisseurs, hein.
I can't do it.
Ah, tu peux le faire si t'as besoin de place,
If
quoi.
I can see the colony is strong enough, I
Ah, ok.
can also put.
Mais habituellement, tes finisseurs, c'est voilà, ils sont là, et là aussi. How many? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 20 finisher. Okay. And maybe 6 more. Okay. No, 4 more.
like I said, the cell has been in here in 5 days.
5 days, ok. Donc ça, ce sont les éleveuses, hein? This is the finisher.
Yes, it's finished.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I put about 18 to 22 cells in the finisher.
Ok, 18. Okay.
Yes.
Donc c'est le jour J plus 6, hein?
Yes, the 6th.
The 6, ok.
And the reason we are not putting more than 22 cells in the finisher is because they are not feeding them too well.
Ok,
Yeah.
ok.
These two flame is a young brood I brought up for 5 days ago.
Ouais, ok. Pour monter les nourrices en même temps.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. Pollen.
Pollen, yeah. I make sure that all time is pollen up in this box too.
Ok.
This is one of the flames that has been brought up before. Then all the bee is hatching.
Ok.
Yeah.
T'as besoin de mettre du sirop parfois?
Sometimes, when if they're not can go out and collect something,
Ok.
I give a little, just to stimulate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Et tu fais les cellules là, hein?
Yeah.
Les cellules qu'elles pourraient refaire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I check no queen cells.
Oui, donc outre le fait de rechercher les cadres d'abeilles nées pour les redescendre en bas et faire pondre, il fait les cellules que les abeilles pourraient refaire pour éviter tout essaimage ou toute destruction de cellules par une vierge qui pourrait naître, quoi. Voilà. Donc là, tu as pris les 2 cadres vides.
It's a old brood flame. There has been brood in it.
Oui, on peut voir les dernières cellules operculées. D'ailleurs, on voit qu'il y a les dernières abeilles sont en train de naître. Et donc, il les rebascule en bas pour que les reines, il y en a 2, puissent pondre. Again.
And here we have the queen extruder, so the queen nut can get up.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
And we have 2 queens in it. You can see we have a queen here, and we have a division board and a queen here.
Ah ouais, ok. Et pourquoi vous utilisez ce procédé?
So we are sure that they are producing and not brood.
Okay.
We can bring up, and also so the finisher is strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 queens, ok. Tu la cherches?
Yeah. She can be difficult to find.
Tu utilises jamais de fumée?
Not when they are behaving like this.
Ok.
It's the frame we are going to take up in the box. You can see it's
Young.
young brood.
Young brood, ok.
Yes. So now we just have
Just
to
find the queen.
find her. She's going there.
Voilà. Ok, so no problem.
And she gets the old frame from the box there.
Mhm.
Down there. Okay.
Ok. This is it.
Yeah.
Epic. Really good.
They are ready now, so we can take the cells from yesterday's crafting and
Okay.
put over it.
Okay,
They have
understand.
stayed there about
Starter, from starter to finisher.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Alors, ouais, ils sont énormes. Alors pour la petite histoire, il s'agit du greffage qu'on avait filmé la veille, hein, et en fait ils n'avaient pas prévu de greffer, hein, enfin de moins dans le planning c'était pas prévu, ils ont juste fait 2 cadres pour nous pour filmer exceptionnellement. C'est plutôt gentil. Est-ce que tu fais un apport de pollen, de sirop ou quoi que ce soit dans ton starter?
Yes, we have brood that is going to hatch here,
Yeah,
and then we have a pollen
yeah,
and a pollen,
yeah.
pollen
Okay.
and brood that is
Okay, okay, okay.
yes.
Okay, let's go. This is the cell, the 1-day cells.
Let's just have a quick look at them. And if you can film them, you can see they have been started and feed. They are starting to fit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
There's one that is missing here.
One missing, okay.
I graphed so I'm sure that I have 22 to the finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Understand.
Yeah.
Et hop, voilà, dans le finisseur. Et voilà, la boucle est bouclée. Hein, greffage, starter, finisseur. Et maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'il advient de ces futures reines? Donc les cellules sont stockées en couveuse dans ces grandes barres là, voilà, et qui sont pourvues, on le voit après, de grilles qui permettent en fait de laisser naître les vierges. Et on va le voir après, les vierges sont marquées avant d'être introduites dans les apidéas. Ok.
And the day before the queen are going to hatch, we put a little honey mixed with water on the front of the list, so she has something to eat.
Mais est-ce qu'elle se nourrit par elle-même ou elle a besoin des abeilles pour être nourrie?
She starts to take the rest that is in the queen cells.
Ok, yes.
And then she is going to. We can have the in 24 hours in the incubator.
Ok, 24 hours, ok,
Yeah.
one day.
If we feed them, we feed them every 8 hours.
Ok. With honey and Yosemite?
Yeah, honey and a little more water.
Ok.
Yeah.
Mineral waters, ok.
Yes.
And if you don't do that, she die?
Yes.
Okay. Quickly?
Yeah.
In few hours? Okay. Okay, perfect. The incubators. Hop. Okay. And you write it, okay.
Ja. Skal vi spise nu?
Et voilà l'étape presque finale, le marquage des reines vierges. Donc, tu marques les reines vierges, mais après t'en fais quoi? Tu les mets dans des cages de renaissance, dans des cages à reines normales ou directement dans les apidéas?
In the apidéas.
Ah, ok, directement.
Yeah.
Ok. We will see that, ok.
Mark 2 queens for you.
Uh-huh.
I'll show you. One sec.
And the end quality control actually lies in the incubator, because when the queen has hatched,
Yeah.
when she's hatched, there should be leftovers of Gelée Royale in the cell.
Ok.
Because if there's leftover of Gelée Royale in the cell, you know for sure that she had enough.
Ok, understand.
Yeah.
And if not? It's not good? But she will leave.
You cannot, yeah, but you cannot be sure of the quality.
Ok, understand.
Jeg er nødt til at tjekke det ind,
Ja.
fordi hun render lige op.
But it has to be checked straight away, because when 3 minutes after she's hatched, she'll go up and start eating it.
Yes. Yes.
But here, what Morgan said here was that he checked from the starter that they had sufficient of Gelée Royale for the larvae.
Okay.
Right?
Royal jelly, okay. Hello, Keld?
Allô, ça va?
Allô? How are you? Peux-tu nous présenter ta compagnie et nous dire quelques mots sur toi et ton parcours?
Well, to use a few words, I've been in commercial beekeeping since the early 80s. And over the years, I've been running between 400 and 600 colonies. I started as a honey producer, but realized that it was too troublesome because of swarming and stinging and everything. So eventually I went into breeding, but it's a very long story. I got in contact with Brother Adam because initially I tried all kinds of bees from all over, just to find out that it was the same pile of rubbish I received in my mailbox. So around 1980, I wrote a letter to Adam explaining all my troubles.
Yeah, what
and
you want,
he,
yeah.
he invited me to visit him, and that was the beginning of a long-lasting friendship,
Okay.
where we were in contact until he died in the 90s.
Okay.
I went frequently to the Abbey to assist him, and he came to visit me, and very soon he had to realize that we were able to produce very good queens here,
Yeah.
because we had the option of island mated,
Yes.
instead of a breeding station.
Yes, which is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So within a few years, Adam realized that actually the results we had here was better than the ones he could get by mating the queens in England. But the good thing about everything was that he taught me how to select queens, what to look for, and most of all, he taught me how to work. The selection, the hardiness in your work you have to do, the constant input of empowerment you have to provide to get good results.
Yes.
Because it's easy to produce queens. Everybody can produce queens, but it's more difficult to produce good queens.
Absolutely.
And to produce quality queens.
Yes.
Basically, in my line of breeding, I'm aiming for queens and colonies that gives me pleasure.
Yeah.
And in terms of pleasure, I have a saying, and that is that normally honey would be money. Well, it's
Normally.
not normally. It's not the case right now.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for colonies who can provide honey for me quite steadily. Not too much diversion. I want
Yes.
uniform crops
Yeah.
from year to year.
Yeah.
I want to spend a good time with the bees. I don't want to fight them.
Yeah.
And by all means, I don't accept swarming. It's a no-go because it's too
You lose everything.
it's too expensive for everybody.
Yeah.
When that's say, I have to say that I'm working a lot with commercial beekeepers, but I have small-time beekeepers in my mind as well, because the old monk at Buckfast, he taught me that if I'm lucky to have a good bee, why shouldn't my neighbor have a good bee as well?
Yeah.
Because his
Whatever the number of hives, yes,
it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. Okay.
And that's why when I'm shipping queens worldwide, I don't pay any attention whether it's a guy who has 2 colonies or if he has 2,000.
Yeah.
The man with 2 colonies has exactly the same interest in having a good time with his bees as a commercial beekeeper. But of course, it's other things when we are talking commercial beekeepers, because money is very important there. But for the minor beekeeper, it's important to have a good time.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, where it's very, at least in the northern part of Europe, it's very common now to take the whole family into the business of beekeeping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wife, children, whatsoever. And well, if we're able to provide them with some good queens, that gives them a good time. That's okay. All right, getting back to the company here.
Yeah.
As mentioned, we are producing a lot of queens here, mostly island-mated queens. A few random-mated queens, but it's more or less for fun. Okay. But the major product is random-mated, island-mated queens. And the queens are produced in a way that it's possible for the buyers to use them as providers for new colonies. Especially the commercial beekeepers can gain from that, because they just have to buy some queens. They can produce a lot of F1s. And for the hobby beekeepers, they can have a lot of fun
Yeah.
and entertainment with that. So it's for me, it's a win-win situation. At present, we are 5 to 6 people here every summer.
Okay.
We are running 3 island mating stations.
With different drone
with different drone lines in order to make it possible to make different matings.
Okay.
Our main goal is to produce queens adapted to the need for the beekeeper. If they are living in the south of France, there's a difference in the need of queens compared to a beekeeper from the northern part of Germany. Do we have an early honey flow? Do you have a late honey flow? What kind of boxes are you using? All that is a part of the selection of queens. The force we have here within the company is that we have a very good knowledge about our various lines. What they can.
This is the key.
It's actually the key, because if you're living a place and you get queens not adapted to your region, it's not good.
C'est pas bon, et c'est pour cette raison qu'on a besoin de connaître la génétique de nos reines, je veux dire les parents, les grands-parents.
That is the cornerstone, because basically breeding buckfast is actually creating a genetic picture where you take wanted qualities from different queens and put them together in a new queen. So basically what you do is, when you start up breeding buckfast, you take a look at your present stock and you say, what's good here and what's bad? What can be improved and how do I improve it? And that's where the knowledge comes in, because if you have a problem with swarming, you must know how to cope with it, use the right drone lines. If you have a problem with propolis, you have to select drone lines without that problem, etc., etc.
Yeah, I understand. Ça prend beaucoup de temps pour stabiliser une caractéristique qui est intéressante, par exemple?
Well, it will take anything between 12 and 20 years to develop a good drone line. Whereas, queens is never a problem, because you can very often find something to put the needle in. The big answer is, and the big problem is, to find a proper drone lines. And that's where knowledge come in and the hard work come in.
An island too.
And island too, because pure mating is, of course, or artificial insemination is, of course, essential in terms of
Qu'est-ce que tu penses de l'insémination à un seul drone? Ça peut être un genre de solution? Ou tu préfères vraiment l'option fécondation sur île?
Well, in terms of finding queens, not having as big varroa problems, I think it's workable. But the problem is how to get it spread out and how to maintain the characteristics.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my major concern in that line.
Yeah. When you make insemination, you don't make one drone insemination. No. Okay, understand.
And our insemination is going down because we can see that the results we have from the island is just as good.
Yeah.
And the fact that we are running 3 islands give us a lot of options in selecting different drone lines. Very often we have normally 3 different drone lines, which consist of one drone, what I call an upper drone line. We have a downer, and then we have a mid in between.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, if we have combinations which needs a little more vitality, we would bring it to the island where we get the vitality. If we are working on new combinations where we have to stabilize, we'll bring them to the island where we have the downers, and then we have the in mid between all-round drone line that can take almost any kind of queen.
Yeah, okay, understand.
So that's basically how we're doing things.
À propos des colonies souches, je suppose que tu en as un certain nombre. Comment tu fais pour... c'est le point important des Bugfast. Est-ce que tu ramènes souvent du sang neuf tous les ans, tous les 3 ans, tous les 5 ans?
Actually, you don't. You just have to bring in new blood when you need it. If you have a problem in your present stock, or if you want to renew your sex alleles in the stock, that's where you bring in. But basic breeding of buckfast is a forthcoming process,
Okay.
because there's a big difference between being a breeder and being a multiplier. So if you're multiplying queens, you just produce queens. You get some breeding material, and you make the queens and you sell them.
Okay.
But bear in mind that the multipliers have a need of breeding material, and it has to be developed.
Yeah.
And that's where the hard work is lying. Basically, you're starting when you're making up new buckfast combinations in basic breeding. You're basically starting up with mongrels and mosquitoes rather than bees.
Yes, okay.
And that's why a good drone line takes a lot of years to develop.
Yeah,
that.
10 years, 20 years.
Yeah, a good queen line, normally we can stabilize it in 4 to 6 generations. But if you calculate the selection time in between, we cannot breed them, the breeders every year, because we need to put a year in between to do the selection and the evaluations.
Yeah.
So all breeding schemes will run 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 0 again. So one line, it takes years.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, understand. And about evaluation or assessment?
Assessment, well, when I produce queens, for instance, when I produce queens this year, I will save a sister group, a group of sisters, and they will be evaluated next year.
Okay.
And the year after, I will select a breeder queen from the group.
Alors les évaluations, on va le voir, sont faites avec des notes de 1 à 5, hein, chaque ruche a une fiche. Et quelles sont les caractéristiques que tu choisis? Je veux dire l'essaimage, la piqûre, l'agressivité. Je sais plus parler.
Comb behavior, the behavior on the combs.
Yeah.
Honey crop.
Okay.
Nosema.
Nosema, okay.
Hygienic behavior.
Okay.
And virus testing.
Virus testing too, okay.
Yes. What we've seen over the years, for instance, the Nosema testing.
Mm-hmm.
Formerly, we had problems in Denmark with Nosema, and we started a non-scientific test for that. What we decided was that we simply wouldn't breed from any breeders with signs of Nosema.
Nosema, okay.
Within 4 or 5 years, the general number of Nosema just dropped down, and now we don't see it. If we are testing 100 colonies for Nosema, maybe we'll find 1 or 2 light infested, that's all.
Ok. Et tu penses que ce serait possible de faire la même chose avec varroa? Je veux dire, sélectionner des colonies qui ont un nombre moins important de varroa. En fait, comme le fait la sélection VSH, ce qu'on voit en ce moment en Europe, quoi.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because there's so many unknown factors. How often do you treat? What are you using for your treatment? Do you have neighbors and all that kind of thing?
Absolutely.
The best thing you can do about varroa is to try to keep the level as low as possible from day one.
Okay.
And
every day. Okay.
A very good advice is that when you're working in the bees in springtime, if you see varroa mites, well, you have almost lost the battle.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Yeah. Ah, on a eu une petite interruption téléphonique. On disait à propos du varroa, tu nous conseillais quoi?
Well, in terms of varroa mites, it's a bit difficult for me because I basically don't have any mites.
Yes.
When we
Why? Pourquoi? On s'en est parlé hier, mais réexplique-nous pourquoi.
The major point is that we have kept it under control from day one.
Yes, that's what you say.
More than 20 years. Secondly, we don't move the bees; they are in the same spot all year. We do no pollination; they are just in the forest. Some of the colonies have been there for many, many years. And then we are aware of the infestations, and we treat according to that. Sometimes we treat in the fall with flumetrine, and sometimes we treat in winter time with oxalic acid.
Donc tu fais des comptages de ces varrois.
Yeah, we count the numbers.
Each time?
We make counts every summer, not from dead varroa mites because they are not interesting.
Ok, avec le CO2?
We take bees, we freeze them, and then we wash them.
Ok.
And normally, if we test around 75, 100 colonies, we find maximum 1 or 2 mites in total.
With 100 bees per hive?
300 bees per hive.
300, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it means that we have one or two mites from 25, 30,000.
It's amazing. Really? During summer?
During summer, it's
June, July?
end of May until half June.
Okay. It's amazing.
So it's not. Well, I don't consider it as a problem, but don't lay on the low side. You have to be aware of it at any time.
Yeah.
That it can cause you problems.
Don't be wasting time, I wanna see your smile.